Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk to you a little bit today about. My name is Mark Isaac Potter, and I have a show, I guess you'd call it a podcast, on YouTube called Mark Isaac Potter Presents. I want to talk to you today about planning in our lives. And, you know, we, we all go through life. We've all had traumas. Almost everybody, I certainly would think, has had three, four, five major traumas in life. But, a lot of us don't plan very well for the traumas. We wait until they happen and then we're surprised. So, yeah. Um, I want to encourage people. It's like, let me give you an example. I'm a TV producer, been doing it over 20 years. I talk to a lot of financial experts about, them getting more clients. Almost every financial expert says they want to help people with their financial education. Okay. Helping people learn more, you know, why isn't financial education taught in the schools? Almost every financial expert will say that. The same is true about planning for some of life's events, like your parents getting older and you're going to be the caregiver, or you have children and one of the children has a medical condition, like they're on the spectrum or they have a disease or whatever. Um, one of the kids gets in a car accident in high school. You just never know. Yes, I am eating. So we have to be smarter about this. Let me go get my food and I'll be back. I have some stuffing in the microwave. I'll really come back, I promise. Hey guys, I like the stuff I do to be casual. That's why I do it this way. That's why I'm eating in front of you. I just like creating a casual atmosphere, which you feel like it's safe to ask questions or call me or whatever. Uh, when I was at 20 something, which has been literally more than 50 years ago, I didn't have a clue about anything, nothing. And nobody certainly had taught me anything about anything except a traditional high school and college education. But nobody said, here's how you plan for life, and here's what you do when your world blows up. So I'm just trying to create a space where people think about planning, life planning, those big life events that can happen. Um, both medically and legally and, health wise. As all of you know, I say it almost every show, I have mental illness. And I was working at Stanford in a blue collar capacity, running a copy machine. And I had been doing that for years, probably about 13 years. And all of a sudden, I had some kind of episode that pretty much came out of nowhere. I lost my eyesight, like just standing at the machine. My eyesight finally, suddenly, instead of having eyesight, I had just patches of colors, which I almost always refer to as like what happened with that one Star Trek character, LaForge, Vernie LaForge, or whatever his name was. He could only see shapes, color shapes. And I made my way through the printing shop to the supervisor of the moment, who was my boss's boss, and he took me to the hospital. And that was in 1990, so that started a 35-year journey with mental illness. I couldn't have told you the day I came into work that day that this or that's going to change. So, a very sensitive topic for me. So if you need to plan for your events of your life, the catastrophes, the big events, the not big events, if you want to have something in place to protect you legally or medically, give me a call. I hardly ever answer the phone because I'm a one-man show. So just leave a message with your name and your phone number both repeated. I'm surprised if people leave a message and they don't leave their name, they don't leave their phone number, and then they try to figure out why didn't he call me back? I'll be damned. He doesn't care. So yeah. And I will help you with those in many different ways. The legal part I can help with, the medical part I can help with because I know other people. I've been a coach for years, so I can help in that way. I can have you come on the show and just say what you want to say to the public, hoping that somebody will say, yeah, I can help with that. So my number is 408 209 3092. 408 209 3092. I love you guys, and probably make another video like this. At least I made one of these. All right, talk to you soon. Feel free to call. I'll try to also remember to put my email in the description box of the YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye.